today is day 30 of the 30-day discipline challenge. It is the final day in which these were the rules for the last 30 days. 1 workout every day. 1 meditation every day. Read 5 pages of a book every day. No social media except for allowing myself to post on YouTube. No ultra-processed food and no watching any TV, videos or any content. I'm going to be doing a big update and let you know everything that has changed over the last month. I'll also share my screen time at the end of the video so you can see I'm not cheating. Today is Sunday, July the 13th. Let's get into the last day. 6:30 and time to get up. Good morning. This morning I had the yogurt bowl with raspberry, kiwi and honey. It's been a successful morning. This morning I did 30 minutes of jump rope and then I took the dogs for a walk with a weighted backpack with 10 kilograms. I then did 20 minutes of yoga. I've just gotten into a bit of work and now I'm having breakfast. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get straight into the update. But before we do, if you're someone who's looking to build up better habits and you want to make a change in your life, then click the link in the description to join the free 30-day discipline challenge course and community where you'll get resources and tips. Plus you'll be added to a community with like-minded individuals who will help to motivate you and keep you accountable. There's currently a group of us in there checking in daily, motivating each other, and so I would love to see you in there too. But let's get into the update. Okay, it is the final day of the challenge. What? I don't even know how I did it. I don't even know how I'm alive right now. And so let's do a full update on what are some of the improvements and benefits I have seen and how am I going to move forward from here. 30 days ago, I honestly didn't feel like myself. I was feeling demotivated. I started procrastinating at work. I started to watch videos during the day. I was making food choices that were making me feel sluggish. I had lost my drive and passion. And each day, it honestly felt like I was waking up with no direction. But I've definitely seen a massive turnaround, and so let's get into some of the improvements. Number 1, I actually love how I'm spending my time now. By removing the option of distractions, I've naturally been pushed towards doing more meaningful and purposeful activities. I've been reading more, I've been doing more yoga, I've been spending more time with family. On some evenings, I've even been doing extra work, and not even because of a sense of pressure, but just because I want to. I've been going outdoors more, and I've been spending more of my evenings at the beach. And I just feel like how I'm spending my time is so much more fulfilling. But of course, there were definitely moments of boredom, and especially at the start, there were way more. However, what I often found was that after around 30 minutes to an hour of feeling bored and maybe feeling a bit agitated and annoyed, I just find something else to do. And usually it was that I would end up just reading or working, and that felt really good. Instead of just passively consuming content and wasting my time because I'm bored, I'm now using it in much more purposeful ways, and it just feels really positive. The second improvement is that I'm definitely feeling much better in my body compared to the start. Before the challenge, I definitely felt like I had slipped into some negative patterns. For example, I was eating a bit too many desserts when I was going out with friends, or instead of cooking a healthy meal, I would sometimes just have a piece of bread, and I was just noticing that I wasn't feeling good because of it. I was feeling more sluggish in my body, I was feeling low energy, but now I feel like I've shifted out of those habits and I'm just feeling much more positive in myself. Now, the third improvement is that my confidence and my self-esteem has definitely grown. Over the last 30 days, I've seen such a big shift in my mood, my attitude, and also my mindset. Honestly, when I first started this challenge, I was feeling nervous going into it, especially the rule of no content or no YouTube or no videos. I was thinking to myself, what am I gonna do? Oh my god, I'm gonna be so bored. Am I gonna go crazy? But once I got into it, it really wasn't as bad as my mind made it out to be. And I think this highlights an important point, which is that most of the limits that we face are the ones that we create in our own minds. We convince ourselves that we're not going to be able to do something, or this is too hard, or what if this bad thing happens, but without ever really testing it. But when you actually push past that comfort zone and you do the thing that you once thought you couldn't do, It's actually really empowering. And that's how I feel. I'm like, wow, I made it 30 days without any YouTube. I'm like pleasantly surprised at myself. And so it's really grown my confidence and made me feel much more capable. And finally, the fourth improvement, and without a doubt for me, the biggest reward of this challenge is my increased productivity. Before starting this challenge, I'd honestly gotten myself stuck into a rut. I was watching videos during the day, I was procrastinating a lot, I was feeling overwhelmed with tasks, and so then I couldn't face them. And then because of that, my motivation was lacking and I was waking up every day with like a bit of dread. But because I took away all of those distractions, I had like no choice but to just get on with things. And it forced me into taking action because let's be honest, what the hell would I have done with my time otherwise? And as the weeks went by, that momentum started to build again. I started feeling more motivated, I started waking up with like more passion and more drive. And honestly, I'm now finding it so much easier to take action. I keep getting everything on my to-do list crossed off and I'm doing more some days. And so for me, this has definitely been the biggest reward of the challenge. I feel like I've got my passion back again. I'm now heading in the right direction and I'm just feeling so much more fulfilled. And so moving forward, with everything that I've gained from doing this challenge, it honestly would be completely foolish of me to go back to my old ways. I personally didn't do this challenge just as like an experiment to see if I could survive 30 days without any entertainment. But I did this challenge because I wanted to shift myself out of those negative patterns because I wasn't happy with where I was at. So going forward, I've now created a rule for myself, which is that every Sunday I'm allowed to watch 3 things. And that can be a YouTube video, a show, a program, whatever. But I'm only allowed 3, and I think this is a really good rule for a few reasons. Number 1, it forces me to be intentional about what I watch. At the end of the day, the internet is full of mindless crap, and I don't want to waste my time or watch content just because I'm bored. Number 2, this rule will also protect the momentum that I've currently built. Because like I said, right now I'm enjoying how I'm spending my spare time. I'm enjoying how productive I am at work and I want to keep it that way. And number 3, I think this rule teaches me patience and discipline because I'm still allowing myself entertainment, but it's now in a much more controlled and thoughtful way. Now I have to wait for it, and so it makes it much more deliberate and meaningful. Truthfully, I can tell you right now, if I just decided to end this challenge and tomorrow I can do what I want again, I already know what would happen. It would only be a matter of time before the distractions would creep in again. And I would just find myself right back in the same place, procrastinating, feeling frustrated, and being disconnected from what truly matters to me the most. There's a quote I like by Albert Einstein that says, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and yet expecting different results." And it's just so true. If you keep on repeating the same behavior, you're just gonna keep on getting the same outcome, even if you want things to be different. I used to fall into this trap all the time, and I see so many people still do it. People often try and reduce their screen time by like taking a weekend break from their phone or taking a week's social media detox. And although that's still a good break, then they just go right back to doing the same behavior. It only takes a matter of days or weeks before their screen time is back up to 6 hours a day. And it's because, yes, they took a break, but then they didn't change their behavior. They removed the distraction temporarily, but then they didn't create a system that would help them to support lasting change. They expect to see a different result, but with doing the same behavior, and that's the definition of insanity. And this is where discipline comes in. Discipline isn't just about relying on willpower or hoping things will change, but it's about creating structure, rules, and systems that will stop you from slipping back into old habits. For example, a few of my systems is that I don't have any social media apps on my phone. If I want to post a YouTube short, I have to re-download YouTube, I then post it, and then I delete the app again straight after. That's my rule. I don't keep apps on my phone. During my workday, I also have my phone on silent and I have it across the room from me. And now another system I'm creating is to only allow myself to watch 3 things on a Sunday. And these rules aren't about restriction just for the sake of it, but it's about changing my actions so that I can then change my outcomes. I'm not relying on willpower or hoping things will change, but I'm actively building systems that protect my focus, my time, and my energy. And as a side note, because we're on this topic, this is one of the biggest traps that people fall for and that I fell for many years. And it's because they just hope that tomorrow they're gonna act different. Tomorrow I'm gonna change. Tomorrow I won't do this. But then tomorrow comes and nothing changes. And it's because they haven't done anything different. They haven't logged out of their social media accounts. They haven't thrown away the junk food. They haven't removed any temptations. Instead, instead they're just relying on willpower, hoping that they'll magically act different, but yet being in the same environment. But that's not how real change works. If it was, then everyone would have transformed their lives by now. Real change requires sacrifice. You have to do something different. You have to let go of the things that are holding you back. You have to be willing to give something up. Otherwise, you're going to stay stuck exactly where you are. And I can honestly say that everything that I had to give up for this challenge was 100% worth it. And I'm feeling excited about the future again. I feel like I'm back on the right path, and I'm just like feeling so positive and like, where am I going to be in 6 months' time? With that being said, it's not over yet. I still have today to go, and so I'm going to go make some lunch. I'm going to have a chicken and beetroot salad, and I'm going to get stuck into video editing for the day. It is currently 6 o'clock. I video edited until 4. Then I did my meditation, I read some of my book, I did half an hour of journaling, and I'm feeling really good. Honestly, I'm kind of excited to not have to video edit. I think it's going to be a nice break for a few days. I'm going down to the beach now. Our friend is making us a Thai fish curry, which I had recently, and it was so good. I'm going to go for a swim, and then I will check in for the night. Day 30 is complete. It is 9:30. I got back from the sea late and I'm gonna dive straight into bed. I did want to do like a little closure of the challenge, but I'm way too tired. So let's do the last screen time check of the challenge. Today's screen time was 1 hour, the top one being notes. And that is it. It is the end of the challenge. Thank you so much if you tuned into this series. I'll be back making content soon and I will see you in a bit.